Legend has it that the people of Nkonya traded by canoe on the Volta, buying yams in the North Volta and bringing it south to sell in Ada. Their trading activities were cut off when the Akosombo Dam was built. They could no longer traverse the length of the Volta from north to south to trade. A majority of them decided to go back to their original homes in northern Volta, but some determined to remain south of the dam. They said to each other, "Yen san yechi." So the town of Senchi was formed. It means to not turn back. The idea for a riverside resort in the Volta Gorge was born the day a young man stood in the swamps on the banks of the Volta in 1989 and saw in his mind's eye something wonderful.
I actually came to buy a load of sand for my previous company, and it happens that the sand contractor was away somewhere and I had to wait for about 30 minutes. Whilst waiting, I just took a stroll down and I just said to myself, what a fantastic place to have a hotel or something. So I decided to do a follow-up the following weekend when I had more time on my hands.
In 1997, that swamp was transformed into a garden restaurant. 3 years later, rooms were added and eventually a conference facility. Soon, the extent of the vision began to crystallize and grow. Kwame Yeboah Afari heard about the possibility of a grant to expand what he had started. He needed a Dutch partner to make it happen. And together with his longtime friend and former boss, Henry Wenges, they embarked on a journey to truly transform this patch of swamp into something incredible. Little did they know of the pitfalls and difficulties along the way.
I remember we were in a meeting and then we said, why don't we do a 4-star to start and probably end up a 5-star, which is the ultimate. We took that decision, but at that time, sad to say, we didn't count on the cost too much, and I think that we really underestimated what we were talking about at that time.
It's not an easy task for a snake to climb a palm tree. It is difficult, but not impossible. The search began for a project architect after disappointments with a few, and in conversation with a consultant, he mentioned that there are great architects in Zimbabwe, but Kwame, they are out of your league.
I'm the kind of person, I like things like that thrown at me, because I really like to be challenged. And when people really underestimate me, that's when the best comes out of me. We chose this Dinkra symbol because for me it related on a personal level and what I believe in my philosophy. And it's called the Owokfro Adobe, simply meaning a snake trying to climb a palm tree. You know how thorny and how difficult it is because of its soft underbelly, hard to climb. So if it does that, then it's for a very special purpose. I see myself in that way, and I try to inculcate that in people that I work with, that we must always go the extra mile.
And so Penny and Richard of Stone Beatty Studios, the architects from Zimbabwe, came to Ghana. They explored all the cultural influences, and the new Senchi began to take shape. In the courtyard of the resort stands a white stone statue, a testament to the spirit of never turning back. It is a reminder to us about a woman who turned her back and became a pillar of salt, the Senchi lady. Welcome to the Royal Senchi.
When people come to the Royal Senchi, people think, wow, is this in Ghana? I say, yes, you're in the heart of Ghana.
We have tried to project what we have as in our own architecture, which is, so you see that we use thatch for the roofing, even though we've combined it with world-class standards and modernity. So that's the whole idea, to project Ghanaian local architecture.
Kwame Yeboah Afari credits his father, Honorable Boyhene Yeboah Afari, former Agric minister in the Nkrumah cabinet, and Odinihu Kwafu Akoto II, the late Akwamuhene, for steering him in the direction he now finds himself. He wishes to thank his partner, Henry Wenges, and many others who have, as a team, made the Royal Senchi the leading 4-star resort in Ghana's eastern region.